What's your favorite dunk on? What's your if you had to pick one favorite poster, like your favorite dunk on ever?
Ever?
Shit.
Strong camp, finger point.
On Lister?
Yeah.
Think about it. I know one that everybody would remember. I know one that everybody's gonna know.
Let me ask this: was it the poster or was it the pointing that did it? Because the dunk is the
Both.
dunk, right? But it's what you did after the dunk that makes it.
That makes it memorable.
Like
It's the
for
dunk.
me,
It's the actual
I think
dunk.
for me, it was Jordan when he dunked. I think it was June where he went baseline. They stopped him. He went back the other way, then came back and then dunked it. It's just the mechanics of it, the thought process to trick him in the first place. Knew he would go for it, and
He
then
almost
rise to
dropped
the
Stokes. He almost
rise
dropped
to the
Stokes.
occasion to dunk on him. Like just the whole leading up to it, and then the actual dunk was just as good. Like that whole series of it was just, it was perfect picture.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn, man. I think my favorite dunk on is Vince Carter on Morning.
That's mine, bro. That's
Because
mine. You took it right out my mouth, bro.
he made Jason Williams fall right before that.
You took it right up. That's the one that you took. Everybody gets that picture in their head, bro. Of exactly what happened. Like, that shit was the most disrespectful dunk I ever seen.
But I could also say Kobe, when Kobe went behind the
What?
back against Denver.
On Denver? Oh,
Underneath was it? Oh, was that the one or behind the back and underneath the hoop?
Yeah, he went behind the back and then like did like a 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty good too.
Oh, on a fast break.
Yeah. But nah, that Jay Will one, that was bad. Because he dropped Jay Will with a behind the back.
Yeah. And
And remember,
I ain't gonna front, that was a good one because he met Morning at the top of the hill. Like he met him at the top of the hill. He didn't push off. He didn't like how some people get dunked on and there's like a little bit of the arm pushing.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was all
Nah,
body contact.
That was side body.
That was that shoulder lean.
a lot of people around that time was trying to say that Carter was a little bit washed. He wasn't the same player anymore.
Who Carter?
At that time, because that was when he was on the Nets.
Carter was more in shape than Morning. If anything, Morning was more washed.
Yeah,
No,
He's been in the league longer.
At the time, they were doing
that's when Carter was on the Nets. So remember how he got when he left Toronto. Even when he was in Toronto, he had like knee issues. So they was trying to say like he's not really the same player no more. So then he got traded to the Nets, and he did that shit. It was like, nah, I'm still a bad motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, and look, he's still playing.
He brought that up because when he went to New Jersey, he did the whole dunking's overrated.
Oh.
Okay.
So everybody was getting on him like because he wasn't really dunking like that. There was a point when he first got to New Jersey that he wasn't dunking.
Yeah.
He had fast breaks and was doing layups. So
Not in New York with that bullshit.
Oh, not to mention on Jordan. Not only was just Jordan doing that dunk, but he did it against the Knicks.
that just adds it.
Yeah, it's like the Knick killer.
Yeah, you ever want to look at what the worst of anything is? Just look at a Knicks game. What's the worst dunk? Just look at a Knicks game. Who's scored the most points? Look at a Knicks game.
Knicks has just been on the back end of the worst, terrible. Hey, Matt, you still a Knicks fan, bro? Because I know you've been back and forth.
Not at all, bro.
Okay.
No.
Matt was talking about he went to Brooklyn, and then when Knicks get their shit together, he gonna be back. No, you can't. We don't want you over here in Brooklyn. You just go over there.
I said I'm gonna give them 3 or 4 years to get their shit together, and I'll revisit the idea. You told me, but It's for my mental health, my nigga.
You're right.
He's taking a self-care season.
Yeah.
He ain't lying, man. Matt probably. I know Matt broke a remote before. Probably many.
My worst Knicks moment, and this is so fucking Knicks. It was Marbury and Crawford. Like Knicks were down by 3 in overtime, and then these niggas was playing catch with the ball like the last 4 or 5 seconds of the game, and they didn't even get a shot off. It's like Marbury would go to shoot it, and he passed it to Crawford. Crawford jumped to shoot it, he passed it to Marbury, like back and forth 3-4 times in like 5 seconds. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You didn't even get a shot off, bro. Like, yo.
We're not gonna talk
That's
about the anxiety right now.
That's when I should have stopped being a Knicks fan, to be honest with you.
I mean,
Nobody said Kobe over Dwight, man.
Oh, now when he baptized him, that was a tough one.
That's probably my favorite one. That's probably
Dwight didn't jump. I love that. Dwight didn't jump. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
It's the morning.
that made it worse. I think that's what made it worse because Kobe had
That's
enough.
what made it. That's what,
Like
it was nuts in your face.
Yeah, I think I want to change my answer. I think I'm gonna go with Pip over Ewing, man.
Oh,
It's
wow,
like,
okay.
it's like he dunked on him. Ewing foul.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking nuts was on
Dunked
top of
over
his
him.
head. Like he just, and then he just like got up, like, what the hell you doing? He's like, I'm dunking on you, kind of thing. Like it just looked crazy. Yo. I was just like, I had to look at it again. Like I was like, nah, that was just all kind of disrespectful when you fall.
The disrespectful one was Shaq on Chris Dudley.
yes, that was that one. He dug on him.
What about Sean Kemp on Chris Gatlin? He dunked on him so hard that Chris Gatlin gave him a crown.
Was fucking
Oh,
that.
man.
He was like, yeah, you got me.
Fuck that. I'm not doing that. You got me, but I'm act like it didn't happen.
I'm gonna be like, yo, you fucking push me, man.
Like you used your arm, man. Come on.
Yeah. Should have felt. Or even Giannis when he jumped over Hardaway a couple years ago.
Word.
Junior, Tim Junior.
Yeah. Off the oop, right? Was it off the oop?
Off the alley. Yeah, that was. I didn't believe that when I saw that shit because he's like a solid 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
LeBron definitely jumped
I
over
was just-
somebody on the alley.
He cleared him.
Yeah, I think
Yo,
LeBron.
LeBron body Paul Pierce.
And
LeBron
KG.
bodied a lot of people.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Didn't Bron just get bodied recently and everybody act like it didn't happen?
Jason Tatum.
Body.
Like 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Who was it again?
Jason Tatum.
Yes, that's who it
Jason
was.
Tatum got him,
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
too.
what about Oubre over Paul George? That was recent too.
Kelly Oubre, he's been dunking
That
on.
was. I mean, Paul George got him late in the game, but it was just different.
Mm-hmm.
Oubre
thing
shit
about
was
those
nasty.
dunks, it was good. But the thing about those dunks is like when you chasing somebody down and then you dunk it, and they swipe from behind type shit, it don't hit. It's still bad. It's still like you
Yeah,
shouldn't have
it's
dunked,
not. Yeah, it's not the same.
but it's not as bad. It's not as bad.
I agree.
Like Melo on Millsap.
No,
The
that was
He dunked on Millsap.
There was no confusion. That was a dunk.
I was throwing it out there. That was it.
Yo, the Mozgov dunk.
On Blake?
Yes. Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
Blake, yeah.
Blake don't count. Yo, Blake don't count, bro. Blake don't count.
Blake.
That shit don't count, bro. Because he
Yeah,
wasn't even.
couple
fucking ball though.
Keep throwing it in the rim. That was just
He
a
wasn't even-
real angry, aggressive layup.
Powell, the one on Powell was like,
The worst part is he's grabbing you with his offhand.
yeah.
He's grabbing you like, yo, come here. And he's like, and none of them tried to fight him, bro.
Kendrick Perkins did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Not like, I'm like, yo, you're going to grab me into your nuts as you dunk on me. We got to fight, bro. I'm getting thrown out of this game.
Yeah, there's definitely a problem. With
Yeah.
let me ask this: where do we rank Stark's dunk? And does anyone think or believe, although he's in the poster, that Jordan was the main culprit there?
It was a great dunk, but that wasn't on Jordan.
Yeah, wasn't. I agree with you.
Horace Grant got all of that. Jordan jumped and was like, damn. Jordan had a bird's eye view of it, but he ain't get dunked on.
Right. Like he just jumped up there to see it, 3D. yeah, that was on. Yeah, that happened.
It happened on Horace. By the rule, if you jump,
That's what I'm
technically you get dunked on. That's the
He shouldn't have
technique.
jumped. He shouldn't have jumped. The fact that he left his feet,
That's all it is.
Yeah,
I know for a fact,
yeah.
Horace Grant, like you said, got all of that, all the work, got everything, But Jordan jumped, so he got two bodies for one.
Yeah, I don't care. Jordan wasn't in that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
look,
don't
there's a lot of people was in that view, but what they did was they like zoomed it in, so it was just them three. That's what happened.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of bad dunks though. Like a lot of bad
Kobe
ones.
jumping over Steve Nash.
Yeah. In the playoffs.
Yeah, big time.
wow.
That was big.
That-
Also, J.R. Smith with the clock going down.
Mhm.
That one. That was big.
Spurs. Against the
Yeah,
Spurs.
he did on Parker. He did on Parker. Like these are
Well,
name
Rico
brand people. These are like name brand people. He just dunk it on anybody,
Brand people.
Got a name,
No
man.
American.
No
Name
Derrick
brands of the name
Oh,
brands
on the
of
fast
NBA.
break when he caught the alley.
When he
talking
caught
that one?
Dragic. When he caught
Yeah.
Dragic,
Mhm. Foolish.
About D Wade catching Anderson Varejao.
That was bad.
Big Varejao, he just been a victim, man. He just is. The back of his jersey says "dunk on me," man. He just been.
Oh shit.
People got
Him and Sean Bradley got footprints on the back of their jersey.
Oh, Sean Bradley. He just got it because he's just soft. He's just a soft 7+ footer.
When T-Mac dunked on him?
He was like 7'6".
Yeah, he was.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I said, 7+. Yeah, he was a 7 footer. He was just
T-Mac
soft as
got
hell.
him. Kobe got him too.
Bad.
Them shit was bad, bro. Kobe got Yao too.
Yeah, too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He caught a little sneak one on Yao, bro.
Kobe got Tim Duncan in a playoff game.
Yes, he did.
Mm.
Kobe
You
got some.
don't catch Tim smart. You don't catch him too many times.
Nah, you really don't.
Bron
LeBron
got him too.
too.
But that's another one. He didn't jump.
Where with Duncan, he tried to take the charge with LeBron.
With Bron.
Yeah.
Yo, but you trying to take charge, I just think that's worse. I don't know. I feel like if you jump, yeah, it's like at least you tried. The other one is like, I'm not trying, so maybe I could just get a cop out. Like that's what it feels to me. Like,
That's why Kobe's look so bad when he dunked on Nash. Nash was trying to
Yeah.
take the charge.
Yeah, and it's almost like it looks like you're jumping over them, which in some cases that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ricky Davis jumped over Steve
he
Nash.
broke his nose.
Then he said, "Oh shit!"
That's what
You got the knee to the face, man.
Dang. Yeah, man. It's a lot.
Didn't
What the hell
McGrady
happened to
dunk on
Ricky
Bradley or no?
Huh?
Didn't McGrady dunk on Bradley?
Yeah, McGrady
Playoffs.
dunked on Bradley in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Off the baseline. That shit was
He
bad.
went baseline.
Yeah.
He went baseline, sat
So
on,
Bradley won that series.
he
Yeah.
sat on, bro.
Yeah, that was
Turned him into a chair, bro. That is terrible.
You know you bad when SportsCenter can do a top 10 dunk on.
Right.
They got the top 10 dunk ons for Sean Bradley. The fact that they had more than 10 to decipher through.
I get word. These are the top 10.
He's lucky that the era that he played in, like there was great athletes, but like I think this era now, there's more bouncier players, like they're more athletic now. So it's like it would have been worse for him now, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he,
If he would have caught that Derrick Rose body,
see, like
I don't know. Or if Russell got him, I don't know. Like, I don't know. If Russell got him, he would have hit the end of it.
they ain't have to deal with a fucking Russell Westbrook coming down 100 miles per hour. Like,
I don't know, man, because in the basketball that we have now, man, the 3-point game is just so. It's so many teams that they use the 3-point, threat, and I think that took away from the dunks. And then not only that, the rules take away from the dunks too, because guys, they don't want to get the charge, or the defender, they can't be as aggressive as they were back in the day. So like, let's say like that what we was talking about with Pippen. Pippen caught a lot of bodies, but let's be honest, Pippen probably doesn't get half those bodies if he didn't know he was gonna get fouled. So which means he had to get there and go strong. He couldn't go there soft, thinking that he would get a foul. He just went up there with the intention, I'm gonna get fouled and I probably won't get the foul, but we're gonna make this dunk count.
That's true. And plus, they started playing zone defense, which introduced 3 in the key, like
Right.
defensive 3 in the key. They didn't have defensive 3 in the key in the 90s. First,
Right.
Like Sean Bradley could just sit there in the paint all day.
Right, all day.
it's to call illegal defense a lot, though.
Yeah. They were a lot more stricter with the legal defense back then.
Right.
Because you had to make the intent to go. Like if you made the intent to go double, you had to go double. You couldn't play. You couldn't play both sides.
Right. Like some of the guys, what they do, they put 1 foot in, and then they take that 1 foot out the paint and just stay there so that it shows like they're there, for that count to reset with the ref. The league is a lot more lean with it. But like you said, you can't just sit in the paint and just wait. Like whoever comes in here, you're getting blocked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think they're not as aggressive, but I think they got more high flyers.
Yeah, I agree.
Potential high flyers.
I agree with
I
that.
think they're more athletic.
Yeah, because you
Definitely,
even got the
definitely.
DeAndre Jordans, centers be catching the wild joints. R.I.P. Brandon Knight.
I mean, do we count that as a dunk? I mean, I would. It looked good. On Brandon
Nah. Between him and Kyrie, I don't understand how Brandon Knight's psychiatric bill must be like through the roof, man.
Word.
And it has to take a self-care.
I mean, usually if you get dunked on, you don't get crossed over. Or if you get crossed over, you don't get dunked on. How do you get both, bro? Bad, too.
And
They
both
were
of them was
bad,
like, all right, hold on, stop. Like if both of those, if they were at the Rucker, they would have ended the game on both of them.
Oh yeah, game is stopped. Yeah, you stopping the game. Everybody's jumping on the court. The announcer's on the court with the mics. What do you got to say for yourself?
Oh baby, oh baby.
Threw my phone right across the room.
Wait, Kyle,
Huh?
what the hell did you hang up the jersey with? I gotta see this.
hanger.
What is that?
The hanger, B.
Oh, okay,
hanger.
Okay, all right.
A hanger and a nail. So that's
I was
it.
like,
I'm trying to get a frame for both. I got a Magic jersey too. I gotta get a frame for both of them and the Ewing jersey.
You got a Ewing jersey?
Yeah, I got a Ewing jersey. I grew up a Knicks and a Laker fan my whole life. So
Sorry to hear that.
I got.
My condolences, man.
Oh,
No, I'll give him that. In the 90s, the Knicks were actually a team that you wanted to root for. It wasn't.
Yeah. But it's messed up when you like known for losing. Just like you're good, but who's like that? NFL was like that. The Bills. You just known for losing. Boy, I love losing
the most successful losers, I guess you say.
You say that the Knicks was the top team in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh no, definitely.
If it wasn't for Jordan, I think they win at least maybe I would say 2. I would say they win 2 rings at least because they was that good.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, who else would they have had a problem with?
Even in '99, when they lost in '99,
to Spurs.
Ewing was hurt.
Ewing
didn't
hurt
play.
that whole series.
Yeah.
He didn't even play.
And he still made it tough.
And you got Sprewell. Yeah, Sprewell in Houston. Yo, you have. I wish they would have got them niggas probably earlier or whatever. Because when they got there, Ewing wasn't Ewing of like '93.
Yeah, he was a little older.
'99, but well, yeah, they probably like top 6 because they made 2 finals, multiple conference finals in that decade. So, since then, whatever.
It was the beginning of the end when they gave Allen Houston $100 million.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly right.
And when they let Sprewell go, that's the other part. It's like,
But then they let Sprewell go because he wasn't clutch.
I don't know. I think that's an excuse that they use. I think that's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's a bad excuse, man.
Man, you know how these front offices are, man. They use anything.
I mean, hey, that's why the Magic got rid of Shaq.
Yeah.
We need to pay Penny. We need to pay Penny. Why?
Right.
Why would you give Penny that money and not Shaq? But, okay.
That's a team that would have won had they stuck together. They definitely would have been back. They probably wouldn't have had everything with Jordan, but after that if the Shaq never left, that probably would have been. That probably.
You think they beat the Duncan Robinson Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in 99 when they played the Knicks, they had no Ewing. And from what I can remember, the games wasn't like a blow. I think one of the games the score was a little lopsided. The game's a little lopsided in one game, but I think whatever game that was the only game. All the other games was like 10 points to none. It wasn't a big margin. And we don't even know, how the games go toward the end. People start like playing less defense because it's like it's a wrap. You can't do nothing. So I don't remember to what extent. But I'm saying if you got Shaq and Penny and they're playing the Spurs, I give Shaq and Penny with the vet status that they had, the whatever they learned, and just going through the grind. I think they would have won that one at least.
So I guess I should kind of rephrase like.
Shaq and Penny they should have won, but they needed a new coach, man. Their coach was not good.
Well, that was gonna happen because
That was Brian Hill, right?
yeah, that was gonna happen. But let me not say that because sometimes you get coaches who don't know what the fuck they doing, and somehow when you got a great talent, you learn real quick on what you need to do. I mean, look at Eric Spoelstra. Wasn't he like a video something? He ain't know nothing about coaching, about being a head coach. But he had LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
I mean, that wasn't his first year.
No, but when you got guys like that, what you don't know, you learn and win. The best way to learn is to, you winning and you're learning at the same time. So whatever mistakes you would have made that would have been magnified in a loss, they're not magnified because you're winning. So you keep your job.
And I haven't seen that happen too. Was a couple of people. George Karl, when he was in Denver, he won Coach of the Year and got fired. And then Cleveland, was it Black? What was his name? Blatch, whatever. What was his name? I think he was Russian. The coach.
Yeah,
David Black.
David Black.
Didn't Mike Winston win 50 games with the Knicks and then he let him go?
Yeah, but that's the Knicks. They don't count. They always doing ball that shit.
No, they let him walk because of the new the GM change. That's why they did it.
That's just as bad.
Exactly. It's just as
Knicks the
bad.
same
Yeah.
team.
No,
Knicks
not
the
really.
same team that Isaiah Thomas got them to the 8th seed for like one day, and they gave him like a 4-year extension.
Who's that?
The Knicks.
Oh.
They got the 8th seed. They got the 8th seed on Wednesday. Gave him like a 3-year extension Thursday, and lost like 7 straight after.
I wonder if that's a conversation they had. Like, you make it to the playoffs, I give you an extension. I wonder if that was a conversation.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that's not far fetched with the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's right around the realm of what they do.
Definitely premature though. Definitely a premature decision.
Now, whoever was the coach, I can't think of now. That was the 8th seed Golden State Warriors when they beat. Was that number 1 Dallas?
Don Nelson.
Yeah. Don Nelson.
That was Dallas. Now him, he should. I don't know what this. I can't remember what the status was with him. If anything, something like that would get you an extension.
Yeah.
Maybe not 3, maybe like 1 or 2.
I don't like talking about that series.
Wow, it's a good series, a classic.
He's a Dallas fan. You know, he gets emotional with stuff like that.
That was one of the best series
when he lost to Miami.
NBA history.
No, he beat Miami, but he lost 1 year. Didn't you lose? Wait, didn't you lose to them 1 year and then you won? Yeah, you lost with them with Shaq. You had Shaq, they lost, and then Dallas came and beat them.
Exact same way too. We were up 2-0 against Shaq and Wade and lost 4 straight. LeBron was up 2-0 against us and lost 4 straight.
No, Dirk got in his bag, man. I gotta get Dirk. That right there solidified him as the great at his position. That to me, at least, like he's always been consistent throughout his years. He did his work. But that he took it to a different level. That's championship caliber right there.
It was
that's the stuff that we talk about. That's the stuff that we talk about. Stats don't show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many points you scoring in a row? How you doing it? Stuff like that. That's big.
He's like a German Moses. Come on, man. Dirk needs to
sneak that one in.
Dirk needs to do. He's the 6th all-time scorer in the league.
Yeah. Dirk is nice.
That's nice. How much defense he play?
You don't need to play defense.
Whoa.
All right, there we go.
He had Tyson Chandler, man. He didn't need to play defense. He'll clean up everything else.
Mike had Dennis Rodman. Still play defense.
Definitely
he was playing defense long before Dennis Rodman.
Who was?
That's my point. You don't stop playing defense just because. Yeah, you don't stop playing defense just because you get one.
Listen, we all know Dirk can't play defense, all right? He can barely jump over 2 stacks of newspapers. Come on. Just let that man be great.
You gotta play defense. That shit is funny though because that that moment in the finals when they was losing to Miami 2011, and it was like, damn, he could be like 0-2, and then at that point, if they say they lost that series, he wouldn't have won the chip, bro.
Nah,
Like
nah.
yeah,
It was all on Dirk.
That was it. That was the make or break. Especially with how he got there. He had a tougher road to get there too. He had to go through Portland,
Y'all swept the Lakers though.
the Lakers,
Just swept them.
and OKC.
That Lakers series wasn't tough though. Y'all swept them.
But I don't think they had the same squad though, right?
They had the exact same team.
We're buying them Gasol.
Yeah,
Bynum-
that was when Bynum was coming back.
Bynum elbowed JJ Barea at the end of the series.
Yeah.
But that's the one. No, yeah, that's the one. Oh, okay, yeah, they did. Well, yeah, they did. They did have a squad.
They were going for the 3-peat that year.
Yeah.
And then they beat Durant, Westbrook, and Harden in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
And then played Dallas in the semis, right? They played Dallas in the semis, wasn't it?
OKC played Dallas in
the conference finals.
Conference finals that year.
Yeah.
All Miami had to worry about that year was Derrick Rose.
My nigga.
In Boston. Well, no, Boston didn't they? No, they went downhill by then.
Yeah, they were done by then.
It was downhill by then.
They had that one series against Boston the year after, 2012, when they went 7.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
When they won. When they won
When they beat OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that has to be sweet though. You lose to a team, 5 years, 6 years, whatever the number was ago, and the same way you lost it is the same way you won it. That has to be sweet. When you down 0-2, that shit has to be sweet.
That's why I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad Dirk and Wade retired, ended their career together, because then when the Hall of Fame comes, they'll go in together, because really they made each other, as far as basketball greats. Like Wade's not Wade if he doesn't have that series against Dirk, and Dirk isn't Dirk if he doesn't have that series against
like Bird and Magic.
So Wade's not Wade if Dirk doesn't choke. That's what you're saying?
Ooh.
Yo, Aaron. Man.
Ooh.
I'm gonna need you.
He was young.
Lay off of me, all right?
Hey, in his defense, he was younger than the Dirk one. He was a younger Dirk. He said,
Aaron just talking shit, that's all.
I'll be throwing shots at your boy.
I'm just saying, Wade was young too.
He definitely was. He stepped up big time.
That was his
third year in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was known to be Shaq being a dominant player, and Wade just stepped up big time. Wade made his name off that.
Yeah, because fucking Designer Jock was fucking killing Shaq. I don't even know where he is now, but he was definitely putting in work against Shaq.
Your mad people be putting on work on Shaq, man, and they know it in the league. It's always like the guys who is like they go missing after like a few years in the league. They get their millions and leave. Like Big Country used to kill Shaq. Where is he now?
Yeah.
Or
like a Jerome James against Tim Duncan.
Jerome James, wasn't he with the Rockets?
He went to at the time I think he was, and then he went to the Knicks.
Jerome James?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something like that.
They got a contract off for one series.
Yep. Got paid.
Hey, that happened to Western End too, one of the dudes in football. You know that and Josh Smith too. No contract year stuff, yo. You get the big payout.
You talking about Josh Smith of Atlanta?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as he
But he
left,
could ball though.
no, he could, but he got that 1 year he did good was the year that they gave him the money. They had 4 years to do it, like 2, 3 years, or 3, 4 years to do it. They waited to the last year. They finally gave him his money.
I feel you.
Even with, and then also it happens all the time though. You ball out your contract here, you're guaranteed some money. So
Yeah.
Unless they're Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but he literally had one series. Like he played against Jerome James. He averaged like 20 and 12 against. Was it Sacramento?
No, it was against Duncan.
They had on Seattle, I think.
No, he was on Seattle.
No, I know.
Yeah, it was against Duncan.
When he
It was against the Spurs.
It wasn't against the Spurs because they got eliminated the next round.
I'm not saying they won. I'm saying he did his thing.
Right.
Nah, the one series that he played and they won that series and then they lost the next series.
what year
Yeah,
was
he
that?
played.
I'm gonna look it up. They call yo. This nigga nickname is Big Snacks.
Yeah, that's right. Big snacks.
Big Snacks.
Wait, who name is that?
Jerome James.
Big snacks. That's hilarious.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. He was on. Wait, what happened?
He's on Seattle, Sacramento.
Yeah, he was on Seattle against Sacramento,
Yeah.
and then they lost that next round, and then he ended up on the Knicks.
Everybody end up on the Knicks.
Hey, we're not gonna do
Your
this.
career's over and you want some money, go to the Knicks. Simple.
That's why Brandon Roy would have went there and made all that money.
And he would have never. He would have. Oof.
Thank God he didn't go there. Freaking Richard Jefferson said. Richard Jefferson said that's when he knew he had to retire. The only contract he could get was a Knicks contract.
Wait, who said that?
Richard Jefferson. He said that on ESPN.
He did. That's right. He be throwing mad shade at a lot of people. He's funny. I like him. Speak the truth, bro.